Hello internet friends, a video all about attachments and power-ups, how to find them on the Bazaar. I was given the idea for this video when Philip Varner on Facebook got in touch with me asking how to find them. He was struggling a little bit, so I thought, well, that's definitely something I can answer pretty straightforwardly, so let me do that now. Okay, so once we get to the Bazaar, we're always going to do a vendor search, vendor location search in the entire Galaxy. Now for the attachments, you want to come down to miscellaneous and we're going to go to clothing attachment. Now the basic clothing attachments, these are what are called your 35s. So these are the things that people start to slot onto socketed clothing once they get towards the end game. You know, people call it the end game, and they want that end game gear. So those are all in the clothing attachment section. If you want those 35s on armor rather than clothing, you're going to come up to the armor attachment. Exactly the same. They're all here. When it comes to the exotics, these are more specific to character classes and stuff. So one can go on an armor piece, and in order to find those, you need to come to breastplate attachment. So there they all are: heavy weapon damage, lightsaber experimentation. So you can slot those into your breastplate, to the chest piece of your armor. Exotics can also go on shirts. So for those, come down to shirt attachments. You can start to see all of those there. And finally, the third type of item that can have exotic attachments are the weapons, and so come down to weapons there. Next, it's power-ups, and that is also in the miscellaneous section. Let's come down here. It's no wonder people get confused, because the categorization of things on the Bazaar has always been very, very muddled. I think because, you know, yeah, it's hard to... Categorization is a whole thing. Anyway, item... it's in the item section, and the first one type of power-up is going to be armor power-up, isn't it? So there you go, all the armor power-ups are there, and yeah, once you've got access to those, you're going to be able to buff your character nicely. Clothing power-ups are the next one down. These correspond to the same items that have your exotics on them, so you can have an armor, a clothing, and finally a weapon power-up. Let's find it for the sake of completionism here. And here they all are, these exotic weapon power-ups, but they don't have to be exotic. I think they can take your basic statted, you know, your constitution and stuff as well. In fact, I know they can. So the other thing I wanted to mention was, once you know precisely where these things are on the Bazaar, you can start to use the enable item attribute filter. That's why you need to know where they are. So you can find them by doing all and do an item name filter, but if you really want to get specific, you need to find the specific category, as we've done, and then you can enable item attribute, and you can really start to get what you need here without having to spend hours and hours on the Bazaar. So just as an example, choose what you want to search for. We want a weapon power-up with agility on it, and so let's say we want the power-up to have a minimum value of 20. Then come down here and make sure this is checked. Item must have attribute, and then add. Then refresh, and all the power-ups are going to have agility on them, much higher than 20 there. But that is how you can start to really drill down and get those specific items that you need once you know these categories. So hopefully that has helped people. I also want to give a shout out to Curtis, who some of you may have heard in some of my videos. We've done some stuff in game together. He was the one who filled in some gaps in my knowledge here and really helped me nail down this stuff. So thanks to Curtis. He's also set up recently his own YouTube channel, and he goes by Darth Vatik on YouTube. I'll put a link in the description. So if you want to check out some of his videos, that would be cool as well. All right, as I say, hope this helped you and cleared up some confusion. I'll see you next time. Bye.